Miss Yancy Network. My name is Miss Yancy, and this is my garden. All right, guys, it is the morning. Right now, it is 9:43 a.m. September, I think 8th, and you guys are about to help me water my plants as well as fertilize the garden. It's a little chilly out here. That's why you see I got my hoodie on, and we're just gonna have some garden chat. Now, I know I didn't tell you guys that I was going live, and it's fine. So you guys can watch the playback once you get off of work, or you can watch it while you're at work. How are you guys doing today? Hope everybody's doing well. Let me show you guys the fertilizers that we will be using. So I am going to be using some blood meal today and bone meal. So the bone meal says it is perfect for bulbs and tubers, vegetables, and flowering plants, and it has an organic source of phosphorus and calcium. And then the blood meal has a organic source of nitrogen, which is really good for tomatoes and other plants. So I will actually be mixing both of these in the plants, and this is probably going to be the last time that I really fertilize the garden until fall. And I mean, I usually use banana peel water anyway, so I will still continue using the banana peel water. But as far as like using these, this is probably going to be the last time I do that. But this is what the blood meal looks like, and I'm just going to put some in here. This is my watermelon plant, and I'm about to show you guys my watermelon really soon because it is producing like crazy. It still has about, the watermelon still has about, I think, what is it, 3 or 4 watermelons on a vine that are like trying to get bigger. And it's been a little chilly the last week, but this whole week is going to be a little warm. Like right now, like in the mornings, it's been like in the 50s and early 60s, and actually it's been really in the 50s in the early 50s. So it's been a little chilly, but then in the afternoons it gets to, I would say, about 70 something degrees, and I think today the high is going to be 78 degrees. So yeah, it's giving a little bit of, autumn, fall type vibes. So, but the plants are still producing, and I'm happy about it. And I think we got a good 1 month left where we don't have to worry too much about, the cold. It's, excuse me, it's going to be cold, but I don't think it's going to be as cold. Hopefully we don't get any type of weird frosts these coming days. If you live in the DMV area, you know that our weather is very weird, especially when it comes to the fall. When it hits September, like you'll have 1 week where it's like blazing hot, like you're in hell, and then the next week you'll feel like you're in winter, like it's February. So yes, it's a pretty strange situation during autumn and fall in the DMV area. So I'm just working with the plants and seeing, what they're gonna do. I'm not pulling anything out. Like I told you guys, I don't really have any plans for fall planting except for, maybe lettuce, tomatoes, and I'm sorry, lettuce, onions, and garlic and stuff like that. But that's about it. Anyway, here's one of the watermelon that I told you guys that's growing. So I have about 4 of them, and it's kind of small, but I'm gonna leave it on here. I'm not gonna pull it out. We'll see what happens by the end of this month. This another one right here, and yeah, we'll just keep it on here and see what happens. I'm not pulling any of my plants out, but this is an aerial view of the garden from where I'm at. But let me show you guys the last watermelon. Good morning, y'all. Say good morning back if you're at work. Happy Monday. I hope you're enjoying I mean, there's not really much to enjoy at work, but some of you do. So happy Monday. I hope you're having a wonderful Monday. So this right here is the last watermelon. It's kind of big, y'all. So yeah, I'm leaving it on there. I don't care. And you know what? I am really proud of this plant because that's what is that my. So this 4 plus the other, I had about, what was it? Was it 4 or was it 3? I think I had like 4 water. No, it was 3 watermelons because I give my neighbor one. So I have 3 really big watermelon plus these 4 that's on here. That's gonna make it 7 for the entire season. That's amazing. And I have 4 watermelon plants in this grow bag right here. So I think all 4 of them made 2 each, or you know, do the math. Maybe one. I won't say 2 each, but I think one plant probably made like, yeah, one plant made like at least 2. But yeah, y'all, I'm not taking it out. You know what I love about this time of the year? I love how the marigolds just starts to show up. It's like for some reason the marigolds love like the autumn and fall weather. They just blossom like, and they get so big. And you know, marigold is like a summer flower, so I don't know why they love, it seems like they love the cold weather a little bit. I mean, it's not that cold, but it is a little bit. But yes, guys, how's it going? Happy Monday. Don't let your boss get on your nerves too much. Don't let him get on your nerves too much. Make that money, y'all. Make that money. But yeah, so I just wanted to come on here to talk to you guys about, you know, what's going on in the garden so far. I haven't like taken out anything so far. Nothing have died yet, even though we had, I would say for the last 1 or 2 weeks, we've had like this weird cold weather, and but the plants are still surviving. And it seems like for the peppers, I have gotten so many bulbs on them, and it's making me sad because I feel like, oh, now y'all want to produce after all summer long. Y'all was taking your precious time. Now when it's about to get cold, that's when y'all want to produce flowers. So yeah, that was annoying for sure, but it's okay. I got a lot of peppers and tomatoes. Man, the tomatoes did its thing this year, but the tomatoes always do its thing. The tomato was the first plant that I ever, you know, tried growing, and I was very successful at it. I don't know how, y'all. Don't even ask me. I did a lot of research, but yeah. Let me put this in here real quick so I can show you guys this plant right here. This is my jute leaf, and I cannot believe how big it has gotten. Look at this thing, y'all. This thing is huge. Look at this thing. Can y'all believe how big this thing is? It is so big. I'm gonna harvest it this week. Honestly, I'm really dreading harvesting it. I'm not gonna lie, because it looks like it's gonna be a lot of work. But while this is watering in here, I think I'm about to go around and just put the I'm going to fertilize all of my plants and then come back and continue watering. That's what I'm gonna do. Let me show you guys the cantaloupes. So I have 3 cantaloupes that are still, you know, doing this thing, trying to get bigger. This one is, I have like 2 of them, they're kind of small. So this is the biggest one so far. And then I have this one right here. And then I think you guys saw the other big one that I harvested the other day. It was sitting in here, but then I have this one right here. So crossing fingers, everything do its thing. So y'all, this year, like late into the summer, I would say at the end of July, I planted a like the watermelon, the small variety. I forgot what it's called. What are those small watermelons called? I forgot what they're called, but I just tried planting it and I put it over here just to see what was gonna happen. And I don't know, it's not doing so great, but then again, this is it right here. It's not doing so great, but then again, it was just an experiment to see if it was gonna grow at all. Watermelons take forever, and I direct sowed them. I didn't I didn't start it from seeds indoors. I was just trying to see if it was going to grow at all. But that was a fail. That was a fail. I hope you guys have a wonderful day at work. I know some of you guys have to jump off of here, and have a blessed week at work. I'm just going to go around and I'm just going around and fertilizing all of my plants. I put about this much. I would probably put like 2 of these. You know, it's like it's not, I wouldn't say it's a handful, but you know, in there. Look at these peppers trying to do their thing. I'm hoping that some of them can get red, because I really would love some red bell peppers. I love cooking with red bell peppers. I mean, I'll cook with green bell peppers too, but I would love to see some red bell peppers. But y'all, is it me, or does the garden just look so beautiful in like August and September? It almost seems like that is when everything's have like all coming together, like all came together. It's like everything is just happy during this month, like August and September. And honestly, I really think it's because of the weather, because my goodness, man, June, July, like felt like we was in hell. Okay. I'll put some. So what I'm doing is I'm just fertilizing all of my plants before I water them. So not the cleanest right now, but I'm giving y'all the real, okay? This is the real. The garden is not always clean. I have a lot of cleaning to do, but man, it's a lot of work, y'all. If you have a garden, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. So one of the tips I'm gonna give you guys about gardening in grow bags, you have to remember that all of the nutrients come from you. So you have to fertilize all of your plants that are in grow bags if you want them to be successful. You don't have to over fertilize them, but remember, all of the nutrients come from you and only you, because the plants that are grown in raised beds or in the ground, they get a lot of the nutrients from the ground. Whereas in the grow bags, whatever you put in the grow bag, that's what the plant's gonna have. So if you want your plants to be successful, you know, try fertilizing it. I would say once every 2 weeks. So like about twice a month if you're using, you know, stuff like this. And you don't really have to use this. You can make your own fertilizers. But I have these, and it can get very costly, you know, buying fertilizers and stuff like that. So a lot of the times I just use banana peel water. That's like, I would say that's my number one way of fertilizing my plants is banana peel water. And it's just a great way to save, and you're eating healthy. So you get to eat healthy, and it's like you're using everything that you're eating, which is what gardening should be like. What you put in the ground and raise for you to eat should be the same thing you put back into the ground to nourish it, for it to produce more. So that's pretty much what we're doing when we use banana peel water to fertilize our plants. All right, I think I got everything. Y'all see all these habaneros over here? I have some of you guys are saying like, oh, I have a ton of peppers and like pepper plants, and if for the amount of pepper plants that I have, it didn't produce a lot. I would tell you guys this. You're right, for only some of them. Some of them took forever. They're just now flowering, which is very sad. But when I tell y'all I have a ton of peppers, it's really hard to see because of how green the leaves are. But when you look below them, you will see a ton of peppers under here. And the reason why I'm not harvesting them is because I want a lot of them to get red. And my plans for a lot of these peppers is to make like pepper sauce, like I guess kind of like hot sauce, but not really hot sauce because it's not going to be liquefied, but to make like, you know, pepper sauce that you can eat with different stuff. Man, the bees are out here pollinating, doing their thing, and I'm kind of scared because if y'all watched my last video, you'll see that I got stung while I was filming that video. And I was harvesting the peppers in this area right here, and this is where I got stung, y'all. So I'm trying to be careful with those evil wasps. It was a wasp that stung me. It was not a bee, so I don't want to lie on the bee's name. All right, I think I put some in all of them. Ugh, yo, I can't reach half of these things. I can't reach half of them, and that's the reason why I was trying to move it around so that I could be able to reach it. And then I got stung because it was mad that I kept moving. Okay, I need to put some in there. It was mad because I kept moving the thing. Alrighty, we have successfully fertilized all of these. All right, y'all. This is the this thing that I was telling y'all about, this leafy plant with all these thorns that's growing in here. I'm so mad that this thing is growing here. It's so invasive. I'm gonna pull it out today, but I have strawberries in this bed right here. And what in the world is this? Like, what is this? Is this like weed? It's just, this bed is like bed of horrors at this point. I don't understand what's going on in here. And what is this? So in this bed, I had lettuce and stuff over there, and I had lettuce, spinach, and onions and stuff over there. And then over here, I had strawberries and onions and stuff. But last year, I grew potatoes in this bed, and I see that this is growing in here. So this is a volunteer potato that grew in there. And then I don't know what the hell this is. I didn't grow this, but people are saying that this is some sort of raspberry or whatever, but where is it coming from? I have a raspberry plant in here, and this is it right here. So this is my raspberry plant, and it doesn't look like that other raspberry plant that you guys said is what's growing in that bed that I just showed y'all. Like, this one is not even that thorny. So where could this raspberry, if that's a raspberry plant, where is it coming from? Also, under this bed, I have like a plank under it. So it can't even say like, oh, it's weed that's growing from the ground and it came from somewhere, because I have a plank under it, and it's not possible for anything to grow, from under it at all. Unless that plank dissolved, and man, that would be amazing if it did. That is crazy. But yeah, y'all let me know in the comments. Let me know what all these weird things are. I hope you guys are enjoying yourself at work if you're at work. I see some of you guys are on here watching, and I know some of you guys are watching in the weeds, and that's okay, because I know you're at work. I hope you have a wonderful day. Don't let your coworker or your boss get on your nerves, okay? I hope y'all have a blessed day at work. Look at this, y'all. Look at this beauty. So I'm definitely gonna harvest some of these. And then look at these bell peppers over here as well. They're getting really big. Look at all of this. Yep. And I have more radish seeds. I posted on my shorts that I had free radish seeds. But what I'm gonna do is, when I get to 1,000 subscribers, I'm gonna do a giveaway where I give like a lot of seeds away, a lot of like seeds from my garden that I harvested from my plants. So if you guys want any of those seeds, stay tuned for when I do the giveaway. I'm gonna do it as soon as I hit 1,000 subscribers. So stay tuned if you want any. I have a ton of seeds. I have a ton of radish seeds that I am gonna give away, as well as peppers and cantaloupe seeds, because I harvested a ton of cantaloupes this year, and I kept all of the seeds so that I could regrow it next year. So if you guys want any of my seeds from Miss Yancy's garden, stay tuned so you can participate in the giveaway. Whew. Man, this strawberry plant, all it did was get bushy this year. It didn't grow one strawberry, like not even one, but it's okay. I really like how pretty it looks. I love how like all the these things, I forgot what they're called, but I believe that if they attach to anything, they're gonna grow strawberries. That's how strawberries spread. So I need to cut them off before they start attaching to all of my other beds, and then run wild in them. That would be highly annoying. This is my herb bed. I am going to harvest majority of these herbs this week. I'm gonna dry a lot of them and make like seasonings, as well as freeze a lot of them so I could use them fresh in other dishes. I don't remember if I put any. Oh, did I? Yep, I did. Yep, I did. Here's my other pepper plant in the front here. Let's see how y'all doing. Okay, you guys are doing good. Look at these. I see some pepper. There's a huge pepper down here. All right. Almost done. Almost done fertilizing. This mint, I'm gonna have to dry a lot of this mint or freeze it. I have no idea what to do with all this mint. I don't use mint that much, other than water and cocktails. What else can I use? What else can I do with mint? Can you guys let me know? And the thing is, herbs are medicinal, so if you guys have any medicinal recipes, you know, that's related to health, let me know, y'all. But I don't know what to do with all that mint. It's so much. And mint just grows so wild. And I'm so glad I did my research because that thing grows wild. And that's one of the things that whenever you do your research about mint, they'll always tell you, make sure you do not grow it with other plants. Grow it separately, because that thing is going to spread and you're going to be mad as hell when it does. And so I'm glad I listened, because y'all see how much mint is over there. And I didn't replant that many. Look at my okra, y'all. Look at these beauties. Look at these beauties. They will all be harvested today, because I don't want it to get any bigger than that. I don't want it to get any bigger than that. And then they're unedible. So definitely going to harvest. All right. Fertilizing these okras, and then I'll go fertilize my tomatoes. I'll go fertilize my tomatoes and my other pepper. Let me come fertilize this pepper right quick. So this is the pepper I was telling you guys about that just took forever. Like, can you believe it's just now like flowering? Really? This thing is taller than me, okay? I am 5'1". Look how tall this thing is. It waited till it got taller than me to start producing flowers. Are you freaking serious right now? I'm gonna do a video about all of the things that I learned about growing peppers and the hard lessons that I learned, which one of them was listening to too many people. Because when these plants were very mature, after I grew them indoors, I started to remove the flowers that were coming on them because I wasn't ready to put them in the ground. And everybody said, like, oh, remove the flowers so that, you know, the roots can get established and blah, blah, blah. And the thing is, the roots were already established. I did not need to remove all of the flower buds. And I did. And I think that's the reason why they took so long to flower again. And if you grow flowers, you already know how long flowers take. I mean, if you grow peppers, you already know how long it takes for them to start to bulb, for the flowers to come. So yeah, I ain't doing that no more. I am not doing that anymore. I'm only gonna do that to like really young plants that I feel like, you know, I did not give it the chance to grow for a long time. But the thing is, these plants, they were indoors. I started the seeds in February, so they were huge. If you guys saw, go and watch my video of when I planted these plants, these peppers in May. You'll see how big the plant was. It was really big because I was growing it for a long time, since February. So from February to May, that's a long time for these seedlings to mature. So I didn't need to remove all of the flowers. I did not need to do that. So, but it's all trial and error. I'm not mad. I'm not that mad. I'm not that mad. Because at the end of the day, I still got a ton of peppers that came. If y'all saw my last video, make sure you watch my last video. That's my pepper harvest. And for the issues I'm having, I had a ton of harvest. So, can't complain. All right. I'm going to go and remove the hose from my jute plant because I think it has gotten enough water, more than enough water. Because ever since I've been fertilizing, I had it in that plant. So now I'm about to put it in my cantaloupe and let it get some water while I continue to fertilize the rest of the garden. I'm almost done. I think I'm done with the peppers now. Now I'm about to go do the wait, did I put some in here? Okay, yes I did. Y'all, look at my kale. Isn't she beautiful? I need to harvest that thing. It's been sitting there forever. I need to harvest it ASAP. All right, let's go back here and try to pour some fertilizers on these babies. Alrighty. Put some in here. Look at my tomato sanctuary, y'all. Ooh, child. This thing is massive. I love growing tomatoes. I think growing tomatoes is probably one of my favorite plants. I think tomatoes is one of my favorite plants to grow, for sure. They have a lot of issues, but I really enjoy fixing them. I enjoy. What's your favorite plant to grow? What is your favorite plant to grow in the garden? Mine is tomatoes, and I know a lot of people have issues with growing tomatoes. So what I'm going to do is tell you guys my secret, and it's going to be free. So I am absolutely going to make a video. So what I'm trying to do, I have a ton of video for y'all that I am going to make just to tell you guys how I grew everything I grew in my garden, what my experiences were, my pros and cons. As you can see, this is the bed that I would tell you guys the most about because this is the bed of regrets. You know those beautiful white butterflies that your thing is so pretty when you see it flying because it's all white and pretty flying. Yeah, this is what it did to my brassicas. Do you see this? This thing looked like a scary movie. Like horrible. Every single one of them. Every last one of them. It didn't leave one for me to eat, okay? They came and laid their eggs and did their thing, but I still take care of it. I'm still a fool. I'm a fool for ya. That's because I have other things in this bed. Like, that is, what is that? Celery. Oh yeah, so that's celery over there. I need to harvest it. And then I have sweet potato leaves in here that I'm gonna harvest to eat. And yeah, so I have sweet potato leaves, whatever brassica this is, and celery. And then I have a rosemary here that I'm gonna remove and put outside of my garden and put it in ground because rosemary grow pretty big. Like over the years they grow like super big. So I'm gonna remove that rosemary, and next year I'm just gonna plant a lot of basil everywhere. And then this stupid mulberry tree keep growing everywhere in my garden. Like, my goodness. But yeah, so I'll tell you guys about my bed of regrets. It's okay though. Oh y'all, do y'all see that spider? Let me get closer. Let me see if I can zoom in. Y'all see that spider that you guys said is a banana spider? So it was in the front of my house where I had the what did I have? Yeah, the flowers that I have in front of my house, it was in the front of my house. And then I did a short and asked you guys what it was and should I be scared? And you guys said, no, I shouldn't be scared. It's a great spider to have in the garden. So guess what? I brought it and I put it in my bed of horrors, hoping that it was gonna catch all of the butterflies and eat them. So you better do something. They said you were good to have in here, and now I have to live with you and not be scared of your super long leg. Work for your keep, okay? But thank you. Hopefully you attack all those butterflies. But yeah, y'all, I moved it, so she better do her job, or else she's gonna have to be evicted from her home, because you know I got a nice little cushion home for her. Look, I got the insect netting so she don't get bothered by the other bugs and stuff. I just need her to attack those beautiful butterflies. That's all. I ain't asking for too much, right, y'all? Am I asking for too much? I hope you guys are enjoying your morning. I hope I'm giving you guys some morning hype so that you can enjoy being at work. Even if you're not enjoying being at work, hopefully I'm giving you a little bit of joy. Good morning, Donzel. How are you? We are fertilizing the plants and watering and just having a little bit of garden chat. Wait, did I do this side? Yep, I did. Okay, y'all, so I am done. I think I fertilized everything, so now it's time to water. Yeah, it is time to water. If you're wondering what I'm using to fertilize right now, I'm using bone meal and blood meal, and I don't use it quite often. I use it once in a while, and then majority of the time I just use banana water. But what I was telling, if you're just now joining, what I was telling everyone was, if you're growing plants in grow bags, you have to make sure that you're fertilizing, because all of the nutrients is coming from you. Whereas if it was grown in the ground, all of the nutrients will be coming from the ground, and you wouldn't have to fertilize as much, because the ground provides all that the plant needs. Of course, if it's in the ground and you want to fertilize, you still can. You know, you're giving it additional nutrients. But for the most part, God created the earth to provide everything that we need. So you don't have to do too much. And please, y'all, do not talk about how my garden looks disorganized or is dirty or whatever. I am very aware. Okay? I am very aware, and I know that I need to clean it up. Thank you, Grover Monster. Thank you so much. Like the setup. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Do you guys want me to do a video about how I set up my garden? There was and I will show you guys my garden plan. I actually did a plan. It was nothing serious. It was not like some serious drawn out plan, but I did draw it, and I wrote down where I wanted everything to go, and and it was all based on companionship, meaning, you know, what grows best next to each other. Like if there are two plants that can grow together where they won't shade each other, you know, I grew them together. Wherever you see my peppers, you'll see that I have tomatoes around, because, you know, especially indeterminate tomatoes, they continue to grow. So I definitely grow my pepper and tomato next to each other, because they're not going to shade each other. And the tomato grow faster than the pepper. So in those hot months, so that it doesn't get burned out, and the tomato plants could take the summer heat. So peppers can too, but you know, they're bougie. They like to act real funny. So, but yeah, before a couple of days ago. Over here, I only had like my bitter leaf plant, my cassava. Back there, I have a blueberry bush, and I'm gonna put another blueberry bush. And then that is my other bitter leaf plant. So after the season is over, I'm gonna remove that, put another blueberry bush there so that they could pollinate each other. From my research, I was told that blueberry bushes, you have to have like at least two if you want to get like a good harvest. So I'm gonna get another one and put it in there. But how is the weather where you guys are at? Because the weather over here is real funny. You know, it's starting off like with being in the 50s, and then it's gonna go to the late 70s later. So since the weather has like started to cool down, don't water the plants as much. I water like every 2 to 3 days now. But the thing is, the plants in the grow bags, you have to pay attention to them because they kind of dry out easily. So what I do is, if you guys have been looking in my grow bags, you'll see that in my grow bags I have these wine bottles in them. And no, I'm not making my plants get drunk. I am using it as a drip system. So I fill them up with water, and I use it as a drip system so that when I do not get to water the plants, I have some water going to the roots until I get to them. So that's one of my tips of growing in a grow bag, because grow bags dry out. You know, you're seeing that I'm watering it right now, but the water is coming out of the bag. So it's only so much that is really going into the plants. So you have to pay attention to that and make sure that it doesn't dry out. But y'all, look at these cute little peppers. Look how cute they are. They are so freaking cute. Did you guys watch my last video that I posted yesterday, my pepper harvest? Y'all, I have a ton more coming. That harvest that I did, that was the video that I posted yesterday for the pepper harvest, that was done a couple of days ago. So I just wanted you guys to see that these are coming along. They're all coming along. Where are you guys watching from? Can you tell me where you're watching from? I literally had somebody that was watching from like Japan, and I thought that was so freaking cool the other day when I was on live, and they was watching from Japan, and I was like, wow, like that is so amazing. Like seeing people that's watching from like other countries, that is so cool. And that's one thing I love about the gardening community, is that, you know, it's such a tight, you know, knit community, and everyone is just so kind. Everyone want everybody to win. It's like it's not one of those things where like you're gatekeeping information about how to grow. Like everybody wants you to grow, because, you know, it is so important to be able to grow your own food. It is such an amazing hobby to have. It's such an amazing skill to have, to be able to grow your own food. Can you imagine? Like, you are so ready. You know, of course you have to learn other life skills, but if God forbid anything was to happen, you know how to grow your own food. Okay? You know how to grow your own food. And I love the gardening community. I love how we each other to win. I love how we all celebrate our wins. Like when we grow something, especially something that we struggled growing, and you all know how tough it is growing food. So I love the fact that we are all in this community of people that want each other to win. We want each other to have the best. And I love being a part of such a positive community. I love you guys so much. First of all, thank you guys so much for subscribing to my channel and liking my videos. I appreciate you. I am so happy to be able to even build a community like this of like-minded folks. And we're all on the same journey of trying to provide the best for our families. And that's all we can all want, is to be able to provide the best for our families, know where our food is coming from, how we're growing it. And even though you may not have the biggest or the best garden, but guess what? If you started growing anything, you already winning. Because just the mindset alone to even be able to get in this space to say you want to grow your own food and, you know, feed your family and know where your food is coming from, and that when you buy it, you're not going in the house to let it sit in vinegar and baking soda for a couple of minutes or whatever, and then having to scrub off all the wax and, things like that, just to make sure that you're not eating poison. I mean, it's ridiculous. When I tell you guys, every time I go to the grocery store and I purchase food, especially fruits and veggies, I literally have to wash it for a very long time, just to wash up all that greasy stuff they put on it to make it, look all perfect. And when you have a garden, you understand that your plant's not gonna look perfect, but that doesn't mean it's not edible. It's not gonna look perfect, and it's okay. Perfection is something that everybody strives to attain. And as you get older, especially when you are gardening and stuff like that, you realize that perfection is just a thing that we put on ourselves, or society put on us, to feel like we're not worthy or we're not good enough. And gardening teaches you that there's no such thing as perfection. Just the simple fact that you can grow something is you understanding that you've done enough. Like you're doing the damn thing. It doesn't have to be perfect. So big up to all of you guys that are trying to grow your own food and trying to make sure that your family's health is taken care of. And I always tell people, like, start little. You don't, have to basically have a whole grocery store your first year. That's ridiculous, because first of all, gardening is very tiring, and trying to put on such a load on yourself is something that you're going to quickly regret when you start. So instead of doing that, start small. Grow like one or two things, and if you're able, grow three things. And see where my grandma always said, put your hands where it can reach. Meaning, like, do what you're capable of doing. Do where you're what is this? Oh, do what you're capable of doing, and don't overextend yourself. If your hands cannot reach there, don't extend it. Don't go there. So do what you're able to do. And if that's just growing one or two things, then that's just what it is. Grow that, perfect it. Your first year, do your research and learn, practice. Put all of it, into your next year, like, and figuring out, like, okay, so this is what I did this year, and this is how it was. So I'm gonna do it differently this next year, so that it could be better, and then start introducing things, little by little. But yes, y'all, how's it going? How's your Monday morning? Happy Monday. I hope you're enjoying your morning. Thank you for being here with me right now. I truly appreciate you. You did not have to be here. And I understand that a lot of you guys are at work, so you probably can't respond to me. But if you can, I would love for you guys to tell me where you're watching from and how you found my channel. And thank you for being, for subscribing and liking my videos. I truly appreciate you. So let me know in the comments where you're watching from and how you found my channel. What was your first video that made you start watching my channel? But yes, y'all, look at my bitter ball. If you are Liberian or just West African period, you know exactly what this plant is. Let me get it a little closer so you can see. So this right here, I know it looks like tomatoes, but it's not. They're called bitter ball, but I know some other African countries call it garden eggs. But in our country, we call it bitter ball. And that's what we use to make tabagi, which is a cultural dish in Liberia. And I cannot wait for it to grow. I'm so excited, y'all. I'm so excited, but I'm also like trying to be still, because if you can see right there, that's where the wasp nest is. And they are flying out. Let me zoom in a little bit. Let's see if y'all can see this. So that's the wasp nest. It's pretty big. And, they're flying out, doing their thing. And I'm just trying to, let them understand that we are all friends and we could coexist until I get rid of them, so that they do not sting me like the way they did the other day. So I'm like trying to be all gentle and whatnot, watering my plants. Can you believe this? In my own garden, I have thugs in my garden. controlling my movements. But y'all, I did not realize that I was gonna turn into Mother Nature gardening because like I don't want to get rid of it. It's been here since the beginning of the summer, and we have been existing in harmony until it stung me. And I know why it stung me, because I was disturbing their home. I was. So it probably felt threatened that I was going to do something. And so it came to fight. But I know a lot of you guys are like, get rid of it, because if a lot of them come out, it could be very dangerous. And I totally agree. I totally agree. I'm going to do something about it. But for me to be existing with them out here for the last couple of months, they know my face. They know who I am. They just go ahead, go around and do their thing. They don't bother me at all. So I'm not, I don't bother them. They don't bother me. But I definitely want to get rid of it, because now you guys are scaring me, saying that they're not going to leave, because I was under the impression that once it starts to get cold, like when winter time comes, they migrate somewhere else, or they go build another nest somewhere else. But apparently that's bees, and that's not wasp. And apparently they're going to come back, and we can't have that. So, or they're going to still be here. They're just going to be less active during the winter time. And yeah, absolutely not. I actually, give them like a 1 year lease, and the lease is coming to term, and I will not be renewing it. So they're going to have to want to unalive them, because that's not what I want to do. So I'm trying to figure out the best way to get rid of them naturally, just so they could fly somewhere else. And that's what I was saying, like, turning into Mother Nature. It's like now I feel for every single insect and pest and whatnot that's out here, as even though I cannot stand a lot of them, especially those evil squirrels. As a matter of fact, I would like to tell you guys that the squirrels out here are my number one enemy. We are not friends. We are not friends. Hey, my Renaissance grandma. First of all, I love the name, my Renaissance grandma. I love that. Whenever I'm talking to my husband, I'm like, my grandma is on live, or I'll be like, my grandma is commenting under. So now you're my grandma too. I hope that's okay with your grandkids. But yeah, so the squirrels are my number one enemy. I have a quick question for you guys though. Those of you that are saying that this is a raspberry plant, if I pull it out and get rid of it, should I put it in my compost, or is it gonna grow in my compost? Number one. Number two, how do you get rid of something like this? Like, do I burn it? Like, what do I do? Because I do not want it growing in any other places in my garden at all. So can you guys let me know how to get rid of this thing? Because I'm definitely pulling it out of here today. I don't want it growing anywhere else. I have one raspberry plant. That's all I need. And that's it right there. I don't need a billion. So can you guys let me know how to get rid of that plant? Please let me know. Please. If you're just joining us right now, I hope you're having a wonderful Monday morning. If you're at work, happy Monday. I hope you have a great day. Let nothing and no one formed against you. Nothing and no one formed against you shall prosper. Nobody's going to bring your mood down. No negativity. All positive. All positive vibes. I'm sending you all positive vibes. Let's see what my Renaissance grandma said. Depending on where you live, 6A and less, they may not make it through the winter. Ooh. Okay, I don't live in 6A for sure. I'm in 8A. And normally it doesn't really start getting like winter here till like maybe late November. But we still get some sunny days. Even in October, it's cool, but it's not like, oh my gosh, it's freezing. And I live in a DMV area, so if you guys are from here, you understand that if you guys are from the DMV area, you understand our winter or fall or whatever is a sham. 1 week it's like 20 degrees, the following week it's like 100 degrees. Like it's so weird. It's like really weird. Hi, Pennsylvania preparedness. How are you guys? How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? We're just having morning chat or garden chat, should I say, as you guys are helping me water my plants. Today, the weather is right now, I think it's like probably like in the late 50s right now. And then later on, it's going to be in the late 70s. So I haven't watered these plants in like 3 days. So I just wanted to come out here and water them. It's been cool for the last 2 weeks. Like the lows have been in like the early 50s for the last 2 weeks. So I really haven't been watering it as much as I would. I just, but today, excuse me, today I'm like, okay, let me just come out here. Because this week, like I was telling you guys how the weather in the DMV area is going through menopause. All last week it was cold as I don't know what. And now this week, we're going to have like temperatures in like the high 70s and 80s, like for the highs. But then in the morning, it's going to be like in the low 50s. So I'm like, you know what, whatever. As you can see, I still have things growing. Like you see my peppers, a lot of them are turning colors and stuff like that. These are my habaneros. They're all doing their thing. I still have like little ones that are coming, but so I'm still going to be watering. I don't plan on removing anything out of the bags or the ground. I'm just going to let it go dormant, go to seed. A lot of them I'm going to let them go to seed. What I do is I use like the fall and winter to clean my garden. I don't really do a lot of fall or winter growing. What I usually grow is like lettuce and onions and garlic. And I'm going to do the same thing this year. So I don't really do a lot of, I use the fall and winter to basically just recuperate from the summer and just do a lot of preparation for the following season. So you're not going to see me do like a lot of winter growing. If I do, they're not going to be plants that I started from seeds. They're going to be plants that I bought from like the nursery. And this year what I'm doing is looking for like small farms to go and support instead of buying it from like these big box stores. So I would love to like support small farmers that grow these, and that's what I'm going to be doing if I decide to grow anything more than what I just mentioned this winter. And I don't. So I plan on resting for sure. Look at all these little peppers that are like starting to come. Ooh, I see some big ones here. Look at all these flowers. It's like, I don't understand. These peppers that's in this bed right here, they really pissed me off this year. It's like they have decided that now when it's like getting a little cooler, that's when the flowers want to come. Like, I don't understand. Did that happen to you guys? DMV stand for, oh, did somebody ask what DMV is? I'm on vacation, so I'm doing amazing. Thank you. Ooh, that's nice. Hey, let's see. My Renaissance grandma said, depending on where you live, 6'8" and less, they may not make it through the winter. Oh, yeah. Okay. I just read that. And then Pennsylvania preparedness. I'm on vacation. Said I'm on vacation, so I'm doing amazing. Thank you. Enjoy your vacation. Enjoy your vacation. So you're in Pennsylvania. You're in the north, or is that still considered? Is that northeast? Or two while you're on vacation? Because if it's cold over here, I know it's cold over there. But this week, where it's gonna get better. And then Pennsylvania preparedness said DMV stands for Delaware, Maryland, Virginia. Oh, no. DMV stands for DC, Maryland, and Virginia. That's what DMV stands for. DC, Maryland, and Virginia. My Renaissance grandma said, I harvested herbs this morning to make tea in hopes of warding off the change of the weather sickness. Ooh, what kind of herbs are you growing? What kind of herbs are you growing? I'm gonna harvest herbs. I might harvest herbs today too. I have so much harvesting to do. I might harvest herbs today as well. I think I'm gonna do some, cause I have to. Like, they're all like going to seeds. I have some lemon basil that are like they have already like started to, not even started, they have already flowered. They are sick of me, but I'm still gonna harvest it. I'm still harvesting all the leaves from on them. I don't care if it flowered, I'm still gonna harvest it. And then I'm gonna harvest all of my regular basil. You know what, I think that's what I'm gonna do today. I think today I am gonna film a video harvesting all of my herbs in the garden, and then for some of them I'm gonna freeze it, and then for the others I'm gonna freeze it so I could use it fresh. Alrighty, I don't know if you guys were here, but this is my cantaloupe, and I still have about 8 of them. Not 8, child, I wish. I have about 3 of them. So that's one right here, and then I have 2 up there. Can you guys see? Trying to make sure this one don't fall on my face. But yep, I still have 3 cantaloupes that's still doing its thing. I'm gonna let it stay up there. I harvested one like a couple of days ago. If you guys watch my shorts, you'll see when I harvested the if you guys watch my shorts, you'll see when I harvested the what's the thing called, oh, the cantaloupe. I had a really big one that was ready, and then I harvested it. I'm probably gonna be getting off live soon because I think my phone is on like 10%. I don't just want it to hang up on y'all once it dies. But this was such a fun morning garden chat with you guys. Thank you guys so much for being here with me. It's always a great day in the garden, especially when you're talking to other gardeners. Thank you guys for always joining my lives and having a good old time with me. I know last time I said that I was gonna do a poll to see when you guys want me to go live, like when it's the best time for y'all, and I am. I'll do a poll today, and you guys could tell me when it's the best time to go live, you know, whenever you guys are available, because I know some of you guys have some questions for me and I would love to answer them. But yeah, y'all, this is my herb garden. This right here, and look at all of this. This is the lemon basil. Look at how much they flowered. They have flowered everywhere. This is my regular basil. They are so ready for harvesting. And then over here, I have tomatoes in there, but I have a bunch of herbs in there as well. As you can see, I got basil, parsley, oregano. I have thyme. I have all the good stuff. And in here, I think I have like chamomile. I got a whole bunch of stuff in here that I need to remove and put in like different bags and stuff, in different grow bags, just so that they could thrive on their own. Because look at how this lemon basil have taken over this bed. I didn't even realize that basil could spread like this, but I learned my lesson, y'all. I think next year I need basil to be in its own bag or something like that, because they get pretty big. I didn't think it was going to get this big. As a matter of fact, I do know that it get this big, but when I planted it, I did not know. Because I saw a video of somebody who, they have like a huge flower pot in the front of their house, and it's all basil, and I could not believe how big it was. I was like, what in the world? My Renaissance grandma said I harvested, all types of basil, cilantro, mullein. Is that mullein or mullein? Moringa. Ooh, I want to grow moringa next year. Parsley, lemon balm. I'm gonna definitely grow some lemon balm next year. Lavender, rosemary, and mint. Okay, I'm growing everything except for mullein and moringa. I'm gonna check that out, because I know that my mother-in-law, she loves moringa, and she said it has like a lot of like benefits, and she takes it in her tea every morning, but it's the powder. She buys the powder. So I would love to grow some fresh moringa for her and be able to give that to her so she could use it in her tea. That's amazing. Oregano, thyme. Yeah, I'm growing all of that as well. Oh, wow. You must have a really big garden, my Renaissance grandma. You must have a really, really big garden. Ooh, wow. So what are you guys doing? All right. I know a lot of you guys are watching in the weeds, and you probably can't comment on my video. You're probably sneaking watching this if you're at work. Thank you. Thank you for sneaking and watching it. I hope this gives you some garden inspo, some garden motivation. Uh, I hope for most of all is bringing you some relaxation. That's one thing about a garden is, my goodness, when you're out here, it's like nothing else matters. First of all, it feels amazing this morning. Even though it's a little chilly, it still feels really good. I love watering my garden in the morning because it's not too hot yet, and all the bugs haven't made its appearance. So like you're able to, really just enjoy being out in nature. My Renaissance grandma said moringa is a must-have and mullein is for lungs. No, ma'am. I have a tiny condo patio. Wow. Okay, so I need to look into mullein. I hope I'm saying it right, y'all. Can y'all please not crucify me in the comments if I'm not saying it right? Please don't crucify me if I'm not saying it right, y'all. English is my first language. I was about to say English is not my first language, but American English is not my first language. English is my first language, but American English is not. Okay, so if I am saying it wrong, please forgive me. I do not mean to offend. But oh wow, my Renaissance grandma, that is what's up. I love that. I wish I had a patio garden when I was living in an apartment because, man, I wanted to grow so much stuff, but I just thought, it seemed like they would bill you for anything, at that apartment. So, oh, Moulin. Okay, okay. Whew. Thank you. Thank you, my Renaissance grandma. Moulin. I got it. I got it now. But, yeah, so in my apartment, they was making it seem like if you put anything on your patio, like they was about to add all this extra money. They always trying to make a dime, off of you. So like I was scared. The only thing I had grown on my patio when I was in an apartment, which was a couple of years ago, was basil, like herbs. Like I had basil, rosemary. I think I had parsley or cilantro, stuff like that. Like that was it. If I knew what I know now, shoot, I would have had my garden, my patio looking like the Garden of Eden. And I love seeing people that have like their patio garden going on. It just be looking so beautiful and peaceful. It's like make a home wherever you are. Like your home is wherever you are. And I love the fact that you're able to do that and grow your own food. Like that is amazing. Look at this sad looking cucumber plant. Let me check my battery and see where I'm at. Okay. I still have about 6% left. When it gets to 1%, then I'm gonna let y'all go. My Renaissance grandma said they don't appreciate all of my color buckets. But look, let me tell you something, okay? All that money the apartment costs, they need to appreciate all of what you got. They lucky you don't have a whole farm up there. Because nowadays, the cost of apartments, like, be for real. Like, be freaking for real. And then they got the nerve to have all these rules and regulations. Like, I understand, like, okay, don't have your patio looking crazy. Like, I get it. Especially if your patio is facing, like, somewhere where everybody can see. I get it, but if you're telling me that I can't even live peacefully in my own apartment and this is supposed to be my home, like, come on now. And I'm paying all this money that I'm working hard for, be for real. Be freaking for real. I wish I did that when I was, I wish that was something that I did. But I'm still happy I was able to grow my herbs. I love growing my herbs because I cook with a ton of herbs. So I was really happy that I had my little herbs going on. I thought I was doing something and whatnot, but that was about it. But now I'm seeing like a lot of people with their small container gardens, like living in small spaces and just showing you that you're able to do it no matter where you are. And that's what I was talking about early on in the video. It's like, don't feel like you have to come have like a whole farm like in your backyard or on your patio. Just, especially if you're starting out, grow something, pick something to grow and grow somebody growing it. Especially like a lot of people grow a ton of like squash plants and stuff like that, and I always wonder like, what are you doing with all of that squash at the end of the day? Like when you're done growing it, like what are you doing with it? Are you even eating it? Are you like finding ways to get rid of it? Because it is pretty to grow. But like, are you guys really eating all that squash plants? That's me hating, y'all. I'm hating because I don't really eat squash like that. I don't really like it. But, I still try to force it in my diet because I know it's good for you. It's a veggie, yada, yada, yada. But it's not my favorite veggie. But I see a lot of people like growing squash. And I'm just wondering if y'all really be out here eating all that squash. My Renaissance grandma said exactly. They're constantly going up on feet. Exactly. That's the part that actually gets to me. It's like y'all got the nerve to be bringing up the fees every single year, but I can't even like enjoy living in my apartment. Come on, be for real. Like, come on, y'all. Let me show y'all this plant. So this is, if y'all don't know, this is my pepper bed. This is my main pepper bed. You see that I have peppers growing in all types of grow bags all around my garden, but this is my main pepper bed. Seedlings that I had grown from seed, and then in the grow bags were the pepper seedlings that were looking like they were struggling. And guess what? All of the pepper that I put in the grow bags did better than the peppers that I had in my raised bed. Ain't that crazy? Like, these peppers over here, these are the Asian peppers. They did really well this summer, man. They give me so much peppers. But these are my habaneros, and I have some bell peppers and stuff over there, and they're just now flowering. And I think I showed it to you earlier when I was fertilizing, that how they're just now flowering, which is so weird. But all the peppers that were looking like struggle peppers, seedlings, I put them in a grow bag, and they're the ones that's producing the most pepper in my garden. So I don't understand. I don't understand. So give all of your pepper a chance. Just because they look like they're struggling, plants, all of your plants, period, not just your pepper. Just because they're struggling don't mean that they won't bounce back. And man, do I have a testimony. They all of my plants bounce back, and I am so grateful. But what I wanted to show you guys was this plant right here. This right here is a eggplant. And like I was telling you guys, how when I started growing, my peppers and stuff like that in the beginning of the year, all these nasty bugs kept eating the leaves and stuff like that. So I did some research on what to do naturally. And they said that plant like eggplant in the middle of your pepper bed, and the bugs that are eating the pepper leaves, they will leave it alone and come and eat the what is this thing called again? Eggplant leaves. Y'all, those bugs did not touch the eggplant leaves. And as a matter of fact, they left it looking so pristine and pretty. And I was mad as hell. But anyway, this plant died during the summer. I got one eggplant out of it. And it died during the summer. And now it's making a comeback, y'all. It is making a comeback. Hi, Taryn Hodges. Taryn Hodges said, keep up the good work you have in a nice garden. Oh, thank you, Terrence. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you for being here. My Renaissance grandma says, I try to encourage small containers gardening and hydroponics on my videos because these recalls are ridiculous. Absolutely. Keep doing your thing, girl. Thank you for promoting those type of lifestyles. And if you have a small container garden, Miss Renaissance Grandma is definitely a good person to follow. She posts a lot of good videos about her container gardening. The Wickershire Project Off Grid said, hello, garden is ultra green. Thank you. I try. Thank you for watching. Not everything is green though. Don't be fooled. Look, this is my disgraceful what plant is this disgraceful? Oh, my cucumber. This is my disgraceful cucumber plant that if you've been following my channel, you'll see that I complain a lot about it. So yeah, not everything in the garden is beautiful now. The Wickershire Project Off Grid said bug cycles are winding down. You'll see less of them and the damage will peter off. I know. We all had a rough season. Yes. What plants did you have a like what plants was like tough to grow, or did you have the most problem with this year? Mine was definitely the cucumbers that I just showed you, and then these bell, and later on it's going to be like in the late 70s. So, and I don't even know if I'm really going to have like a big fruit, like a big harvest from them. I mean, we're still kind of in the beginning of September, so I'm crossing fingers. You know, in the DMV area, I was telling you guys earlier that our weather is bipolar, and that one day it will be like in the like 20 degrees, and then the next day it will be like 100 degrees. So we shall see. The Wickershire Project of Grid says our eggplant got the pickle kicked out of them. Our 12 varieties of melons. Ooh, I grew everything under the sun. Got burnt up the Hell's Kitchen. That is so funny. Oh, Taryn Hodges said, I do not have the space in my yard to have a garden. I live in Jamaica. My yard is small. Oh, Taryn, come on. You live in Jamaica. That is the perfect place to grow food. Didn't we just talk about, maybe you wasn't on here, but we talked about small container gardening. Even though you may have like a super small space, get you a grow bag, okay? Get you a grow bag and grow something. Like, man, okay, of course I don't live like in a super small space, but I used to live in a super small space, and I could show you how to garden in a super small space. And if you saw on here, my Renaissance grandma says she lived in a small space as well. She lived in an apartment, and she garden on her balcony, on her small balcony, and she can garden in containers and use hydroponics. So you might want to check her out too. But come on, if I was living in Jamaica, I'm from West Africa, and I'm telling you right now, I don't care which part. If I was living in a small space, I will find that soil, because the soil is so lush and it is so perfect for growing. I will find a way to grow something. I will find a way to grow something. Tear and grow vertically up. Think up. Absolutely. The Wickershire project. Absolutely. Growing up in small spaces is like the best way to go. And I don't live in a small space, but I grow up anyway. And I think that's how I maximize on my space in the garden. Like you will see, like all of my tomatoes, I have indeterminate tomatoes, and I grow all of them on a trellis. I grow all of them on a trellis. Even when I had earlier in the summer, when I had my squash plant, I had it growing up. You would notice that also, like growing with grow bags and in containers and stuff like that, it helps save a lot of space, especially if you're growing it upwards. A lot of people are going to wonder, like, what do you mean by growing up? Growing up just mean like trellising a lot of your food that would normally grow underground, things such as melons. Like this year, if you guys see on my channel, I grew all of my melons on a trellis. I grew my cantaloupe on a trellis, and I grew my watermelon on my chain fence. So absolutely, there's so many ways to be able to grow food in a small space. People are doing it, Taryn. Please don't waste Jamaica beautiful, luscious soil. Take advantage of it. Oh Lord, let me see if my phone about to die. Oh guys, my phone is on 1%, y'all. So I don't want to just let the video end in a weird way. So I'm gonna come and end it now. So I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for being here with me. Thank you for watering my garden with me. Thank you for having garden chat with me. Thank you for all of the tips that you provided in the comments. Thank you for liking this video. And if you're not subscribed, please don't forget to hit subscribe, and please don't forget to like this video, and you will find more about my gardening on my channel. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day. But percent right now, so I just wanted to hit my spiel before it goes off, and I wanted to tell you guys happy gardening, and remember, you're exactly where you're meant to be in this moment. And I hope you have a wonderful Monday. And don't forget to take the poll where I will ask you on which days and time work best for you for me to go live. Okay? Happy gardening. Love you guys. Now let me read these comments. See if my phone will let me read it. All right. Okay. The Wickershire Project off grid said eggplant got the pickle kick. Okay, you already read that. Okay, I already read that. We also are not pepper growers. Okay, I've grown a ton of peppers this year. Salsa peppers, hot, hot, hot. Absolutely. Was like chewing on. Damn. Woo, that sounds hot. And the Wickershire Garden said melons, peas, beans, cucumbers. I'm sorry, I'm trying to see. Cucumbers, flowers, all love trellising. Absolutely. Great airflow, and you can see everything growing. Absolutely. And less diseases because of you trellising as well and having that great airflow. Terrence Hodges said, I would try to do that. Please, Terrence, please do. Take advantage of Jamaica. Beautiful, beautiful soil. Man, you probably going to be able to grow anything. Anything should be able to thrive. The only thing you have to fight off is the bugs. All right, the Wickershire Project of joining me. I love you guys so much. Have a wonderful Monday. Have a wonderful week. God bless all of you. Happy gardening.